kids the opportunity to be a part of the FFA program, but that could change.
As I was getting to know the district and walking the buildings, and there we had a room here on one end that was the old ag shop. And I started asking questions about that. It's like, when's the last time we had classes like that here? And from what I could figure out, been a long time, maybe even up to 30 years. And you look at this community, and I drive in still every day, and you drive by all these nice farms, and you see how hard they're working out there, from planting season all the way down to harvest. It's like this is an area that values agriculture. And as we look at what the workforce is changing to, we're seeing a need for kids in the more of the vocational areas. There's just a real lack in that area, and there's a shortage out there.
According to Dr. Tresnick, DeLand-Weldon is set up to be able to provide many opportunities for its students in ag education, and would hope to see that come to fruition in an effort to get more students involved.
And agriculture, or an ag program, really provides the most flexibility to a school to provide a lot of those things. Within the ag realm, you could be teaching electricity, you could teach welding, mechanics, horticulture, ag science, ag business, marketing. All those can fall underneath that ag umbrella. And I thought we needed to provide those opportunities for our kids here. Our kids currently are, thanks to the Blue Ridge High School, some of our kids are going there to get some ag classes, but the transportation piece in that, it does not work out perfectly. But like I said, Blue Ridge has been great to work with us. We've had kids that are involved in their FFA program. Actually, we're at nationals last week. So we value that partnership that we have with them. We want to look at building a program within here so we could get more kids involved and give them more opportunities, so that when they graduate from high school, they have some choices. They can make that choice of, do I want to go to a 2 or 4 year college, or do I want to pursue apprenticeship programs or programs like that, where they could get right out into the workforce and become productive parts of society.
The first-year superintendent believes the hardest part of getting the program going will be finding an ag teacher. The teacher shortage has impacted ag programs, as there are some that have struggled to find and keep ag instructors.
Well, I think you just hit upon the hardest part of it, is hiring an ag teacher. There are not a lot of ag teachers out there, and at this point, there's not a lot of kids graduating out. My hope is that as we structure this, and we're hoping to get this out on the street here really soon, the job opening. My hope is that we find a person who really is looking for the opportunity to build a program from the ground up. I think this is a great opportunity for someone like that, who just wants to come in, get their hands dirty, and just get it going. If we can find that person, I think that's going to be the key to the success of the program. So there are other parts and pieces. We're working on some grants with the state to help fund some of this. We're going to be having to look at the space where the program will be, and making some determinations if we need some equipment. We'll definitely be reaching out to the agriculture community here to get their feedback as to what they think we need in a program. And, we're going to value that support that they can give us as we develop the program.
Dr. Tresnick hopes having an ag program in the school would make it more accessible for students to participate, and keep them from having to go to take them away from the classroom due to the travel necessity. Mild weather is on the way after near record temperatures Wednesday. We cool off to more seasonable temperatures the rest of the week and through the next several days, says James Otten at the National Weather Service in Lincoln.
Actually, no. Even though we do have a front coming through, it's going to be hurting for moisture, so to speak. And we're not expecting a lot of precipitation out of it, maybe 1/10 of an inch at most. through the period through tonight. But like I said, even after that, it's just going to be dry. But no severe weather is on the horizon at the moment. I mean, if people remember back to 2018, December 1st, right? We had that severe weather, the tornadoes that went through Taylorville, parts of Macon and DeWitt County. And that's something that could be on the horizon in the future, but it's not something that we're seeing right now. In fact, the warmer, milder type temperatures actually do look like they're going to continue at least up into Thanksgiving, or close to Thanksgiving. So that's something, something people are going to be happy about, I would think. But we're not looking for severe weather, but who knows?
Thanks to the mild El Nino pattern we've found ourselves in heading into the winter months, Auten indicates temperatures should remain above normal for the foreseeable future.
We are in this kind of a moderate El Nino pattern right now, and that's going to go into the winter months of December through February. We typically see above normal type temperatures through that time period. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to get any snow. It just means that, temperature-wise, over that 3-month period, we should be above normal for that time period. So we could get some severe weather later. I mean, we've had it before in recent years in the fall and in the winter months. And so that's something we always are watching, especially since the fact that we've, over the years, have noticed that the fall and winter months, the cooler months, the severe weather, the tornado numbers, in fact, have actually increased a little bit. So it's something that we keep in the back of our mind as we move into more of the winter months.
As for precipitation on the WHOW morning show Wednesday, Auten told regional radio things should get more active closer to Thanksgiving and then to close out November.
Well, it actually looks like we could become a little bit more active as far as weather-wise. Not so much the 6 to 10 day outlook like through November 17th, so next week, but beyond that into the weekend, and then the week following that, which is leading up to Thanksgiving, which is a little bit earlier this year. It does look like we might be a little bit more wet, like I said, so a little bit more active, unsettled. We still look to see above normal type temperatures throughout most of the U.S., in fact, including the Great Lakes and the Midwest. But precipitation-wise, we could be a little bit on the above normal side. So we could start seeing some systems moving into the area toward the end of next week and maybe even into the week beyond that, which like I said, that's pushing into that Thanksgiving week there.
Anticipate above normal temperatures into the first part of December as forecasters anticipate an El Nino winter coming our way. With Veterans Day upon us, Social Security is reminding of its small gesture of gratitude by prioritizing claims made by military veterans. Jack Myers with Social Security explains the Wounded Warrior Initiative gives prioritization of claims made by veterans.
Yeah, Seth, and this is obviously something that we do year round, but I think it's always a good opportunity to talk about it when we're approaching Veterans Day. It's important that we honor all veterans who served our country and risked their lives to protect us, and do it in a lot of different ways. But one of the things that Social Security does is we can expedite disability claims for veterans. And there are a couple different ways we do it. One of them is through something we call the Wounded Warrior Initiative. So basically, if there was a service member who developed a disability while they were on active duty on or after October 1st of 2001, and it doesn't matter where they were, if they were in active duty and they became disabled on or after 10/1 of 2001, while they were on active duty, then we can expedite that under this Wounded Warrior Initiative.
According to Myers, if active duty service members are unable to work due to a disabling condition and continue to receive pay while in a hospital or on medical leave, they should consider applying for SSDI if their condition is expected to keep them out of work for at least a year.
Another thing that we can do is we can expedite disability claims for veterans who have a 100% permanent and total disability rating from the VA. So it doesn't mean that you're going to automatically be approved under either of those scenarios, but what it means is we're going to work hard to make a faster decision for your claim. I mean, basically, we're just going to move you up in the line, for lack of a better description. And it's really, a tribute to your service.
A person cannot be approved for SSDI benefits if actively working and earning above substantial gainful activity level wages, which would be $1,470 a month in 2023. But if they are not working, Social Security does not have to count those wages. The Wounded Warriors webpage is an important resource for military members who return home with injuries. Myers encourages directing the veterans in your life to ssa.gov/Wounded Warriors. Get the latest in local news anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Covenant Animal Clinic is your hometown vet in Clinton. Hi, this is Dr. Sue Sturr. Covenant Animal